What is up, guys? Welcome to what is probably the worst Raw show that has happened this year. It was the single most disappointing wrestling show. I mean, SmackDown has been really bad. I feel like it's disappointing. It's on the same level as SmackDown, honestly. And I feel like SmackDown has gotten somewhat better, especially because now it's 2 hours. So, you at least have less time to watch the ads and promos, not even promos, like video packages and stuff. So, yeah, let's get into this. So, I want to start off with the Seth and Solo show, where Solo was basically telling Seth that he wants to help him, and he also brings up the WrestleMania 40 main event, saying he wants to sacrifice himself the same way that Seth did to help Cody win. Solo wants to do the same thing, and obviously he doesn't trust him. Jacob comes out, and Solo skedaddles out of this. So that is fun. I think when I look at the entirety of the bloodline, Solo is the most entertaining person right now. I feel like Roman, he's honestly not there enough, but when he is, he's pretty entertaining. But Solo is just, I feel like his current arc is the most impressive, and I feel like his current arc is impressive and something that you want to pay attention to. So I'm really enjoying that. We also got Oba destroying Jaden McDonough. That was, fun. We had the Vision who beat Dragon Lee and Javon. It was a great match, probably the best match of the show. Javon and Dragon Lee looked good. The only thing is that, like, it's incredible how far Bron Breakker has fallen. Like, it's honestly disturbing. Like, it's sad, borderline crushing how far he's fallen. Like, he was pegged as a world champion, future world champion, potential main eventer, WrestleMania main eventer, and like it's just crazy that he is the third most important person in that stable, and the only reason he's not fourth is because the fourth person, Logan Paul, is injured. So it's like by default he's third. It's crazy. We got a Chad Gable and Penta match against Ethan Page and Russo. This is a fun little match. I'm looking forward to Cheddy Daddy finally winning the title at SummerSlam. Looking forward to that. That is one of what is going to be the best matches. We also got a backstage stuff leading to it. It was the Judgment Day, Liv, Dom, and JD, and they wanted the money from Danhausen, which eventually ended up in a match, and it was Joe Hendry versus Dominic, which saw Liv was out there, doing her stuff, and then Danhausen came out with EO, and it eventually ended up with Dom losing. The thing that pisses me off with this is that these two should be building their own thing, and like, don't get me wrong, I am excited for potentially maybe a mixed match next week. Like, I'm always a sucker for like in agenda stuff, but the fact that this is gonna be Liv's first defense, and it's like they haven't done anything, they're not doing anything, and it's like, because of that reason, I see a lot of people are like, Io should win the title because she would actually do something with it, and it's like, I don't want to see Liv's reign ending like this, because I feel like it could be beneficial for the title to have, when the Judgment Day stuff goes down with the girls, Roxanne and Raquel, for the title to be in that story. If they actually give it time, that could be a really great feud for the title. But also, I feel like Io herself could defend it, like, that would be good. But also, who is she gonna defend it against? Because I feel like a majority of the women are on SmackDown. It's only like a couple who are on Raw, and those who are like around the Intercontinental title for the women that's held by Sol Ruka. Those who aren't, it's Raquel and Roxanne, who are probably going to be in the Judgment Day stuff. So I have no idea what is going on. I hope Liv wins, because then I think the Judgment Day stuff would be elevated by the title, and it would also elevate the title, but it's honestly, I have no idea. And then the last thing I want to talk about is L.A Knight comes out and he cuts an amazing promo. He talks about how it took Roman years to, it's essentially get over, which he did it in no time. Like the second Triple H was like, you can go back to being L.A Knight instead of Max Dupree, like it clicked. Like the fans were behind him from that point till this day. Although there was kind of like a little, the fans weren't really into it because they love Roman. Roman is beloved, like even though he's a heel, but he kind of moves like a face, and in turn making everybody who is right come off as hating because fans like him. So yeah, so we got a match. Jacob had to beat L.A Knight, but everybody comes out. Royce Keys, Solo, the Usos. So that match is also being built, and it's crazy that I think SummerSlam is next week. And I'll be honest, on the Raw side of things, it's pretty mediocre. I mean, it's mediocre all around, but I really feel like Saturday night's main event made for me the Seth CM Punk stuff to be slightly better than Roman and Seth because of the Roman pandering stuff, the Roman pandering to ESPN and the NBA stuff. I don't really care about that. So, but the dynamic of CM Punk and Cody and how it changed, they were kind of having a scuffle backstage. So I'm looking forward more to what those two guys can do. So that was whatever you want to call that episode of Raw, because it was not good. It was not even fine. Like it was really bad. Like the last time I checked the cage match rating, which take cage match with a grain of salt, because you either have people who will go to hell with their promotion of the company that they like, and they'll give it a 10 no matter what, and then you have people who hate it and will give it a 1, a 2, a 3 no matter what. But the last time I checked, I think it was around like 3.78, around there. So like it's really low, and I'm not really surprised because I do agree that it deserves to be there. So like, subscribe, and see you next time.